And if today China or Russia helps Africa and the West chooses to take political advantage of Africa, then Africa will only stand with China and Russia in the future. The US is not a little concerned about the future. It's just taking the decisions that benefit them today. But China and Russia are making a strategic move by helping Africa. Africa is a large continent. It will be a huge market for industries like Russia and China. Apart from that, there is a gap for dependence. Many development projects can be done together. Helping Africa with projects will bring development to Africa, and it will also benefit China and Russia. But just from the day the two nations started helping Africa, they were always criticized. It is often said that both nations are trying to drag Africa and its debt trap. Clearly, Africa needs help and doesn't have money to afford development. The loan is the only way to make development projects possible. If Russia and China decide to give them a loan, what wrong have they done? Does the US expect nations to help Africa for free? The US has not provided any help to Africa, and if China and Russia are trying to do something good, the US is criticizing them. But what I am about to tell you will shock you and will prove how the debt trap slogan is just propaganda. Russia has decided to write off Africa's $20 billion debt to help them. Yes, you have heard that right. Before we continue further, tell us, are you loving the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos about China's development, power, and influence on the world. Let's continue now. Russia wants to connect itself with as many nations as possible. After the Russia-Ukraine conflict, Russia has felt very alone. But after holding China's hands, Russia has figured that if it wants to survive, it must maintain good relationships with every nation. And connecting with Africa will be very beneficial for Russia. Many African nations need aid regarding infrastructure development and military equipment. And Russia is happily there to support Africa. In an alliance, Africa needed some military equipment and technical assistance from Russia, which cost $20 billion. So, Africa was heavily in debt with Russia, and it was hard for them to pay for that. Besides that alliance, Russia and Africa's trade has also greatly increased. The trade is increasing yearly, and Russia and Africa are getting closer. Russia has many other development ideas as well. It is thinking of making a transportation connection between Africa and Russia. This will help promote trade even more and boost the economy. Once executed, these new ideas will help Africa and Russia make a self-sufficient economy. At a conference, Putin mentioned that Africa is becoming increasingly important globally. It is putting itself out in politics. That's why its weight is constantly increasing. He also mentioned that all African states would be very important. And he is happily ready to help Africa with its successful journey. That's why he decided to cancel the $20 billion debt on Africa. Putin did that because he is convinced that in the future, Africa will become a leading country in the new emerging world order. Africa will be one of the most important nations. And helping Africa today will benefit Russia in the future as well. Africa is more than happy after Russia's gesture. They are also hopeful for the future and will never forget this generosity from Russia. After canceling the debt, Russia has proven that it is just willing to help Africa and do business with it. China and Russia are not trying to put Africa in a debt trap. They are very honest with Africa